The urge to donate and volunteer has been overwhelming in Alabama.
And here to tell us more about how you can get involved is Rusty Smith with United Way of West Alabama. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank y'all for having me very much.
So start off by telling us, how can people get out there and help?
Well, there's so many ways. We're encouraging folks, as the city is, to go through St. Matthias Episcopal Church. They're actually going to be open once again tomorrow. They were open, of course, Thursday, Friday, and today. And then tomorrow from 2 to 6, I believe, they'll be accepting volunteers there. And a lot of folks have been frustrated because they go and they can't help right away. But they're getting their information, and what they're doing is when the skill set that you have comes up, they're going to give you a call and they're going to have you come out and volunteer. But I mean, in addition to that, we've had folks, as the gentleman from Paris said, reach out from all over the country, all over the world. We've seen views on our website from all over the world from folks that are wanting to help. A lot of folks are donating to us and other organizations, and we just want to remind folks that when you do donate to United Way of West Alabama, anytime between now and August 31st of this year, 100% of the donations we receive will go into West Alabama tornado relief. So that's how we're working that.
What exactly, since you're starting to kind of turning people away because you aren't in need of something right now, what are y'all needing right now?
Donation-wise or volunteer-wise? Well, actually, United Way is not in charge of the the volunteer portion of it. It's a variety of groups working together. VOAD, it's the Voluntary Organizations Assisting in Disaster. And the Compassion Coalition has been key in organizing the volunteers. And it's my understanding, the mayor, I believe, in his press conference yesterday said there's a national organization that's coming in tomorrow or Monday to kind of take over the volunteer efforts because it's been so overwhelming. They had over 1,000 volunteers Thursday come through at St. Matthias, and yesterday the same. And I haven't heard the numbers yet for today because it was actually going through this evening. But a lot of folks are calling saying, can I bring my chainsaw? Can I bring my equipment? You know, that kind of thing, which y'all probably reported that folks can actually, if they have heavy equipment to bring in, they can contact the city. There's a number that's actually on our website that they can see to contact and bring in that heavy equipment and help with the debris cleanup. But we're having volunteers that are coming into United Way, friends and your coworkers and different folks that are coming in, and they're just helping get out all of the wonderful donations we're receiving from the community of water and food and clothes and diapers and just everything that you can think of that folks are needing right now. And they're just taking their own trucks and trailers and they're out there taking them out in the community and helping get them dispersed so these folks that need them can have something.
And you were telling me a few minutes ago about some of the monetary donations coming in. Just talk about seeing those numbers and what you're seeing and just the response.
It's amazing, really. I mean, honestly, and this is no lie, I saw everything from $1 to $1,000 in donations coming in on our website. And typically our website's not that active because primarily United Way, donation-wise, we're going into the workplace and we're so fortunate to have so many local businesses and organizations around town that the employees donate through their payroll deduction. So really credit card donation is not a huge thing for us normally, but when I was looking through, I was amazed at how many folks have given online. And I know they're giving to a lot of the other organizations too, the Salvation Army here in Tuscaloosa, the American Red Cross West Alabama chapter, and other organizations. And all of us have committed to using the money that is raised during this time to help with rebuilding efforts.
And no administrative costs.
No administrative costs, exactly. For United Way, anyway. And a lot of other ones I feel sure would be the same way, but I can't really speak for them. But that's how United Way is doing this. 100% will go back into West Alabama tornado relief.
What's some of the response you're getting from people coming in, giving the donations? And as I'm driving out around the community, I'm seeing a lot of these people handing out the waters and the diapers. And in Alberta City, I saw today people passing diapers out to a mom. What's a volunteer saying to you when they walk through your door?
Well, when they walk through our door, I think they're a little overwhelmed in seeing how much is coming in. They're just saying, thank you for what you're doing and your volunteers are doing to help out. And I probably should mention too, two of my coworkers were affected Both of them basically lost their homes, and oddly enough, one of my coworkers, her parents had lost their home the week prior to lightning. They were staying with her. So that's been a really hard situation. Obviously, they've been dealing with their families, and understandably at this time. But I was just speaking with one of those coworkers beforehand, and she was telling me about all of the folks that have been coming around to them, offering them food. She said 15 minutes doesn't go by till somebody comes by and says, "Do y'all need some water?" They're really concerned about the children in the community, bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches around, that kind of thing. And she told me her exact words were she sees the true power of volunteerism at work with what's going on in this situation.
Wow. Now, Pizza Hut is going to be working with United Way. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're actually helping out the community at Leland Shopping Center. Starting this evening, they're probably out there now, so hopefully folks are able to hear this or see this that are in that community and getting out there, and they're making personal pan pizzas for everyone. And I believe they told me tomorrow, I know they're starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow, that they'd be able to serve 3,000 to 5,000 personal pan pizzas. They brought in a mobile truck. And I just found out before I came here that they're actually doing it all day Monday and at least the first part of the day Tuesday as well.
And I believe we have a graphic with that information, if we can show that as Rusty's talking about that. There we go. So tonight and then tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Tomorrow at 10, and then all day Monday, which again, I just found that out before I came in, and then at least the first part of the day Tuesday. And that's just one of the many organizations. You mentioned Captain D's and Outback and all before. A lot of them we don't know about because there's so many folks helping out there. You know, they're not all contacting United Way. We do encourage folks to let us know if they want to do something. They can call 211. They could email me. You can find my email address on our website, which is uwwa.org. And you could email me and say, hey, we could feed this many folks. You know, we'd like to do it X date, and we'll do our best to see if we can't place you somewhere where you can help folks.
And now also I want to ask you about if people need housing and shelter.
Housing and shelter, actually, we've been working with Classitides is a website, which a lot of folks obviously can't get to a website right now. So you can always call 211. Your former coworker, Tamika Alexander, is our 211 Information Referral Director, and she can help folks. And maybe you could even, when we get public transportation, everything's back up and running well, there's places you can go like the library and check Classitides. There's a link directly on our website news page that takes you to a low-cost rental housing, and it's going to be updated daily. And from what I understand, speaking with the gentleman who runs Classitides, they do weekly books on Thursdays that are available for under $1 at retail establishments, but he's told me he's going to give us at United Way a lot of free copies so that we can get out to folks who are affected by the storm. And he actually told me too, this is kind of new information, that he's also going to have, I think on Tuesdays, updates on your washers and your dryers and the different things like that that are going to be very low cost. Maybe they're used, and some even free, that some folks will be providing. So that should be coming soon as well.
You know, speaking of washers and dryers, something that kind of gets overlooked in a disaster like that is just the ability to have clean clothes on your back. And something coming in town that is going to help out with that.
Yeah, on Tuesday, Tide is going to do the Loads of Hope clothes washing at Bruno's, outside Bruno's supermarket. And someone told me they thought there's already something behind University Mall that's doing something like that. I can't confirm that because I haven't seen it for sure. But, and Tide actually today, and this could be through the weekend, as you can imagine, and I'm sure y'all are seeing this too, we'll get some information, and so much is going on. You can't absorb it all, but Tide may be even providing this longer than just today, charging stations at Bruno's, outside Bruno's, for folks to charge their cell phones, things that we take for granted and don't think about not being able to do when we've lost our home.
Yes. And again, I wanted to put the graphic up about the donations, and I want you to reiterate about the donations.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if I started out saying, by the way, thank you to our community, to the world, really, to the United States that has really reached out to us. I want to thank everyone for what they've done. But yes, donations made to United Way from now all the way through August 31st will be 100% directed to tornado relief, and not just 100% directed, but no administrative costs, nothing taken out of that. So every dollar that's raised will go back into the community. And you can easily, if you just go to uwwa.org, there's a link on the very first page you'll see that says click here to donate. There's also a link that says click here for information, and we've got a lot of the information we've talked about today, and I've been updating it daily with more information as we get it, because as you know, the situation changes constantly, and we're trying to keep folks updated, and we encourage folks, because obviously again, folks that have been affected by this may not be able to see our website or get on a computer. A lot of folks do have phones, and they can do that. But with this, remind your neighbors, say, hey, or maybe print it out. I had somebody come in today with a printout that they came in to give us a donation. And so maybe print it out and spread the word, hang it up on some community bulletin boards, take it out to these places where these watering and food stations are for folks, and share it with them.
Well, Rusty, we appreciate you being with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all for what you do.
Anytime. University of Alabama students are also stepping up to help out their community.
A relief fund started by the University of Alabama Greek System is doing what they can for some of the storm's hardest hit victims.